guys, welcome back to Everything Anime Podcast. I'm one of your host, Shinry, here at the Everything Anime Podcast, a little bit from anime, manga, video games, TV shows, and a relevant topic I'm talking about. Today's video is on Tokyo Ghoul. I think it's chapter 17 and 18. I'll double check that in my notes. But if you don't remember where we last left off, Takuya was fighting against the Doves, Mato, and Amon, and she killed she was after two others that she thought had killed Hinanami's mother. She killed one of them, and Amon saved the other one, and she was going to kill Amon, but then Mato showed up and saved her with this Kaneki. Or Kaneki, however you say Kaneki, however you say it, I'm not sure. Not watching the anime until a little bit further because, as I said, in Tokyo Ghoul anime, the anime in 3 episodes is already at chapter 35, which is kind of insane to me. So that tells me Tokyo Ghoul must only have one season because the anime is only 260. The manga is only 265 chapters, and to be 3 episodes in at chapter 35 tells me there's no way this is gonna be very long. Not that one season anime can't be good. There are some standalone animes that are really good. Speaking of, I just found out Fairy Tail has a 100-Year Quest manga. I did finish the Fairy Tail manga, the original. So, 100-Year Quest is definitely now on, as well as Shaman King. I'll be doing Shaman King as well as Fairy Tail for my next 2 if you guys want to know what's coming in 2025. Because I feel like we'll finish Dr. Stone by the beginning, early 2025. I plan to finish Dr. Stone and Tokyo Ghoul, and then going into the first quarter, second quarter of 2025, around March or so, it just depends on how fast I get these videos out, we'll be going into Fairy Tail, 100-Year Quest, as well as Shaman King. Anyways, that's all for that intro. It's already been long enough. Let's get what you came here for. Let's talk about Tokyo Ghoul. So when the chapter opens up, Takuya is healing her wounds after her battle with Moda. I think she's wrapping up her wounds or something like that. Ghouls can heal if it's a kitchen knife or something human-like. But I guess a Kaneki takes a little bit longer. It actually deals damage as well. If they fight another ghoul, it takes time to heal their wounds. Maybe if they eat human flesh, it'll heal faster. That's not really outright said, but I feel in the Vampire Diaries, it was kind of established if vampires are weakened, they just drink human blood or stabbed. They drink human blood, they heal themselves. It hasn't been outright shown in the manga if eat human flesh after being wounded, they heal automatically. But I assume the mechanics work the same. While at work again, she was in a Kaneki. I almost said Kaneki. Kaneki, who needs help finding a proper coffee, but when going to reach for it, she sprains her arm going to reach for it to help him. This is how Kaneki learns that she got into a fight with the investigators, or in their words, Doves. He's like, "Oh, what happened to your arm? Why are you injured? You didn't go after those investigators, did you?" Because, again, she was warned, if you go after the investigators, you're going to cause them all to assume that all she did kill an investigator, period, whether he was an important character or not. She killed an investigator. So now they're going to consider this whole area hostile full of ghouls, and they're going to come here and they're going to sweep all the ghouls out. They're going to make sure the 20th ward is cleared. Now, one thing I wasn't expecting was Mr. Yoshimura to tell Kaneki, oh my god, Kaneki, that he wants to offer. He tells Kaneki don't help her. Takuya caused this mess. This is her fault. And he's a nice ghoul. He runs Antiku. He feeds ghouls that can't feed themselves. Stuff like that. And hold on one second, guys. Even Mr. Yoshimura, the one that runs Antiku and feeds rogue demons, humans, brings them all together, live together. He's like, no. She picked the fight with the Dove. She's risking exposing us all. She's on her own. We warned her. Me, Yomo, whoever else was there that day. Don't fight against the Doves. Hinanami, she's got to be on her own. She's got to go in the 20th ward. They already recognize. She got to leave the 20th ward. They already recognize her. There's nothing we can do. We gotta. It's not just about protecting our own. It's we gotta protect ourselves and everybody else. And you're risking killing all of us. You're risking basically a genocide and extinction of all ghouls. So I mean, I understand that, but like I said in the previous video, it's like it's the infamous dilemma. Like, do you save the city or do you save your girlfriend, the one you care about most? And both choices seem good, but there's one that's morally good, and there's more that, you know, one seen by all of society morally wrong. Like choosing somebody you care about personally over the lives of everybody else will make you like the bad guy, which in a sense you are. But you know, doing things for the others, you feel like you betrayed that person, and you get those stories all the time, like, oh, you left me to die, you know, stuff like that, like those kind of stories, like you chose the world over me, and then that person seeks revenge, and now they're the villain. Yeah, it's complicated, but like I understand what he's saying. But Kaneki is like, well, I'm not a human or a ghoul. I don't understand the consequences of either or, so I want to find out for myself. Which Yoshimura smiles at, which I found interesting. Like, so you're upset with Takuya for killing a dove and risking exposing you all, but you're happy that Kaneki hasn't chosen a side. Like he again, I think he's trying to play both sides. Mr. Yoshimura's playing both sides because I get it. Like, you're happy that he wants to protect Hinanami, and you're happy that he wants to avenge her mother, and you're happy that, you know, what Takuya's actions, but you're also like, I don't know. I feel like it's some kind of test or something. It's very hard to explain that smile that he has. But again, it's because like two things can be true, I guess. Both things can be true. Like he's happy that he cares about Hinanami. Maybe that he's becoming more ghoul. Like the fact that like maybe that's what it is. He's happy that Kaneki is accepting this ghoul part of himself. Whereas like if he was choosing to be the humans, he'd be like, oh no, yeah, it's bad that she killed that dove. Like now she's risking killing all of y'all, including me. So maybe it's that. Kaneki tries to offer Takuya help, but she rejects it, saying that he's just a human. To which Kaneki counters for the first time, he's got some ghoul in him too. So this, I think, is why Mr. Yoshimura smiled. Kaneki is accepting that part of the ghoul, accepting that he's half ghoul. He's accepting that he's a hybrid. Whereas Takuya is like, oh, why are you bothering helping me? I mean, she is just upset right now because she got wounded and she got turned away with Mr. Yoshimura, and she thinks she's gonna be exiled like Hinanami out of the 20th ward. But she does come around to liking Kaneki because of this, like saying that like, oh, I'm part ghoul too. So then she challenges, well, if you want to help me, start by killing a dove. So she's like, okay, you want to help? We got to kill the paranormal investigators. We got to go out there and stop them, because like now that I killed one of them, all of them are gonna come after us. Like it's about to be a war. This is the war, that impending thing that I think is coming. Now, if that's gonna stretch, because this isn't like a battle shonen traditional manga. Shonen Jump is known for like battle manga, but like it's not giving Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach kind of fights. This war, I'm curious how it's gonna go, but I know that that's what they're like hyping up, as I said. So then, so she challenges, like, you know, start by killing a dove. And Kaneki takes his own stance. Since he lives in both worlds, he can't say either side is wrong, which is what I was saying earlier, because he knows only his way of life, but he knows he'd be sad if someone he cared about died. So Kaneki's saying, like, I only know how to live as a human. I know that humans are afraid of ghouls. I know you guys ghouls have to kill humans till you can survive. But that's the only life I know. And now I'm a ghoul, and I should be rooting for these doves. I should be rooting for these paranormal investigators, but you're all people that I care about now. You're all my friends. I come to know you. He's come to know Mr. Yoshimura. He's come to know Yoma. He's come to know Takuya. He's come to know Hinanami. He cares about them all individually. You know, and then on the human side, he's got Hyde. And that's pretty much all we know, because outside of Hyde, his mother and father are dead. He has no siblings. And pretty much everybody else he keeps running into is a demon or a ghoul, except for, it's later revealed, Nishio's girlfriend is human, so he knows her too. And he starts to say, like, if Takuya died, you know, obviously he'd be sad, he'd be upset, but he didn't get to finish that. Takuya's taken aback by this, but she tries to plan it out by asking him what he's really trying to say. She knows what he's trying to say. He's trying to say, like, I care about you, you're my friend. But, you know, she's being too cool for school, because that's been her personality. Like, even though we've seen that, like, humanized side of her, like, you know, eating her friend's food, even though it makes her something. Oh, no, that's not yet. Yeah, that's not yet. getting ahead of myself because of anime. And because I'm a little bit further in the manga. But we've seen like this humanized side of Takuya many times. So then, if he's gonna fight ghouls, if he's gonna fight doves, he basically asks her like, okay, teach me how to fight like a ghoul. I know how to eat like one. Teach me how to use my kagane, which was Rise's, but since Rise is dead and he has her organs and he has her kagane, he's like, teach me how to use my kagane. And so we forward to the next day, and I gotta give it to Takuya. She looking kind of fly right now. I'm liking her swag. She looking kind of cute. She looking very demure, very mindful, very modest. You know, she looking good. She guides him down to the basement of the cafe, where they basically have like this giant underground maze bunker. It's a place where like ghouls can hide from humans if they ever get exposed. So if the doves do come to sweep the place, like she's like, a lot of us ghouls can hide down here. But I mean, like, if they get to the 20th ward and don't find no ghouls at all, they gonna know y'all hiding somewhere. They gonna probably sweep the place even better. So maybe it's just like for a select few ghouls that they trust or whatever. That's not outright said, but I'm assuming that because I'm like, if you know that all these doves are coming now that you killed a dove, hiding in one bunker, it's gonna make y'all like one easy target to find when they come and kill all your ass. But she, of course, brings him here to train, which I already knew. But I like the way of explaining, the way of training him is like fighting to the death. She's like, you're going to learn by combat. I'm not going to explain it to you. You're going to learn through fighting. Basically, the Bleach method. Ichigo versus Kisuke. Do you remember when Ichigo first got trained by Kisuke Ohara? Ichigo got to Soul Society and he couldn't breathe, he couldn't walk, he couldn't do anything. And then Kisuke just starts attacking him with his Benihime. And Ichigo's like dodging, and all of a sudden he forgets about like, you know, that he couldn't walk before, that he couldn't breathe before, that it was hard to move. And he's just instantly dodging, and he's like, what the hell are you doing? And Kisuke's like, well, did you forget about that you couldn't breathe? Did you forget that you couldn't move before? So kind of cool. That's why I call it the Bleach method. I use it in my writing sometimes too. That's how Shinry specifically learns how to fight. Shobu trains, but Shinry is literally like so laid back. If you read the Shinry series, you know, Shinry is the laid back one where he's like, I'll learn it by fighting my opponents. And then Shobu's like, no, I got to train. I got to get stronger because there's always a new opponent that's going to come. And Shinry's like, oh, when the new opponent gets here, I'll be ready. And this girl is not holding back. She got bloodlust in her eyes, which I love. It was very humorous, but again, the way this author draws, like the darkness around these characters' eyes, make it look like they're really trying to kill you. Really fucking good. It makes the and the effect of the opponent taking damage and how much it's hurting them, like it's expressed so good. Like when when Kaneki's getting hit, like this author is amazing for a my first dark manga / anime. This one is really fucking good. I really got to give it to him. She's threatening to kill Kaneki and actually meaning it, though the only way she's doing this is to force out his ghoul abilities. But damn, even I'll be scared of her training because she's really like got that death look in her eyes. She got that bloodlust. But once it works, once the Kagane comes out of Kaneki's back, because being with his life on the line, with death emanating, his body just kind of goes into like, okay, fight or flight, and it's choosing fight. And she's back soft, and she's like, okay, good job. Step 1 is done. Drawing out your Kagane, when it's going to come out, it's going to help you when you're near death, which is what happened when he fought Nishio to save Hyde. Well, kind of both. Two things can be true. Kaneki was on the verge of death, but also Hyde was in danger because Nishio was going to kill him. So it activated for both reasons. We then learned that Kaneki is a Renuke type, which, like Rise, basically means he's sturdy and can take a lot of damage and heal pretty fast. So if I had to get that at X-Men power, I guess like Wolverine, you know, because Wolverine's like sturdy, he can take a lot of damage and he heals pretty fast. Or I guess like Deadpool too. I mean, even more as a comparison, like his Kagane is like a scythe, or Wolverine has a claw. So I guess that's like the best comparison I can give it for like X-Men ability, like to explain his strengths. Goodness, sorry guys, I'm running out of breath here. As they're talking, Yuta arrives, and I knew this would be related to the mask, as I've seen it on the covers of manga volumes. But I was wondering if it'd be like a prototype mask, and he get the real mask later. But no, it's the genuine mask that he's gonna wear on the cover of the series. Now, for one of the volumes, I already knew what this looked like, but seeing it in the manga, it looks freaky as hell. Like, I don't know how it's gonna look in anime. But this pole panel just look, again, this is a dark / manga / anime. So it's giving all that creep vibe, darkness vibes, all that. And I was just like, okay. Keep that over there. This manga artist is great with detail. Although I immediately noticed, and glad Kaneki said, I thought he was hiding his like human eye, because like the mask I thought was supposed to hide his ghoul eye, but it's hiding his human eye. So the ghoul eye is always exposed, which he does brings up, and Yuta said was intentional because he wanted to show off the eye that he's always hiding. So he's basically trying to be like, hey, Kaneki, be proud that you're a ghoul. Be proud that you're a one. Well, one, people won't know you're a one-eyed ghoul wearing that mask, or the doves won't know you're a one-eyed ghoul. But two, like, you know, it's more like saying you're embracing the fact that you're a ghoul, which is interesting. While the thing is like, because the thing is like, you don't want to be recognized while wearing a mask, and this mask, I said, looks like a BDSM, very cool, very freaky looking mask. So no one gonna recognize him for sure looking like that. But yeah, I mean, that's it. That's where I actually ended my notes. I felt like that was a good stopping point, seeing Kaneki get his mask officially. So, anyways, guys, that's all for this video. Speculations, again, at that point when I was even reading, I had none. It still feels like a slice of life. I know like a war is definitely coming. That's speculation, I guess, is that we know a war is coming. I haven't got to the war. But yes, because the dove was killed, all of the CCG are going to, at least a swarm of doves, paranormal investigators find all these hostile ghouls, or assume the whole 20th ward is hostile, and they're going to sweep the area until all the ghouls are dead. So they know about Bunny Mask, they know about Hinanami, and I don't think they know about Kaneki. I don't think they've seen him yet, but they know at least those two. So unless they find Hinanami and Takuya, they ain't gonna stop. They're gonna know at least them two ghouls are there. So yeah, that's it for speculation for now. Anyways, guys, I won't drag this out. I'll see you guys next one. Talk later. Bye. Hey guys, this video was sponsored by me, the author of the Shinry series, the Chronicles of Wayne, and Monsterverse. So I figured I'd do this outro a little bit different by showing you guys what you guys will be checking out. So, the Shinry series starts with Book 1, Shobu Samurai Project Aryoku. 10 years after the death of his parents, Shobu Samurai returns home seeking vengeance, but instead faces a choice to save his home from shadow creatures, blood beasts, and an organization once thought dead. Shinry's Shobu Samurai starts at $9.99. And if you love anime, manga, Naruto, One Piece, Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Fairy Tail, Shaman King, Rave Master, Zatch Bell, anything like that, the Shinry series is definitely the series for you. You'll definitely want to check it out. The Sword of Light is probably the thickest one so far. And then these books are two. This is Enter the Dread Zone Tournament, and the series original ending, Arado, the Legendary Conjuring Master. So, and I'll just show you guys some of the covers. Really proud of all of these. But I hope you guys check it out. If you don't like that, I also have the current published books for the Chronicles of Wayne, Love Be Damned, Cotton Candy, Full Moons, Fabled Lovers, A Cursed Virgin's Bite. If You Go Where Monsters Dance, Red Will Rain Over Your House. Love Be Damned. Now, the Chronicles of Wayne is about a geeky guy, or a nerdy guy in high school. His senior year, he has a crush on the hottest guy in school, because of course he does. He's only got one best friend, and her name is Barb. Well, the hottest guy in school turns out to be a werewolf. And to make the story more interesting, he bites Wayne and turns Wayne into the first ever wolfman in the last 10 years. And because of that, it was also a sacred law that wolfmen should never be created. I don't want to get into too much of the Chronicles of Wayne without spoiling it, but I can tell you it's very short. This one sells for $6.99, and Love Be Caged right after it. The ending of this trilogy, Love Be Liberated, comes out in October. So I'm going to definitely do a more full in-depth review of this one. But yeah, it's an LGBT fantasy fiction story about werewolves, vampires, white witches, a dark warlock, and, well, many, many more surprises to come. So if you guys like to read, I definitely recommend. These are all the books so far in the Shinry series, except for Shinry's Beginning. I do have that one, but it's just not here with me. But yeah, I appreciate a like, support, or just a review on Amazon. Either way, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great day.